All right, this is how I'm going to do this one because of the massive amount of pictures. Actually, the port calls that we did. This is the 1987 World Cruise on the USS Kitty Hawk. Believe it or not, the cruise book does not have a layout of all the ports, sequence of events like some others did, and it doesn't have a map. So I'm going to zoom this in and try and give you as much as I can, okay? So we actually, on this side, so World Cruise, we left San Francisco and shot straight out. I think we passed Hawaii because on our workups, all the things preparing for this, actually we went to Hawaii one or two times. So on this side, we came in on this side, went to the Philippines. It's going to be the first group of pictures you're going to see. Actually, it's one picture. And then I know that for a fact we did not go south of the equator, because when you do go south, like over here, that's when you get initiated in the shellback, and that's a whole different video on YouTube. And I'll probably say that again. So we came up through here and shot up to Pakistan. Not very good things to say about it. You can't eat the food there, unless, just like when I lived in Iran, you have to locale everything. So I've been to Afghanistan and now Pakistan, those three countries. Turkey I've been to, not Iraq, but Kuwait. No, not Kuwait, Dubai, United Arab Emirates later on. I've been at, that's not Turkey. Turkey's over here. Anyway, and I've also in the different ones, different cruises. I went up to South Korea and not Vietnam. I think Taiwan, Thailand here. Anyway, for this one, we went up to Pakistan, Karachi, and that's once again that's another name that's in one of the James Bond's movies. When James Bond says, "Oh, I know a good restaurant in Karachi." Well, James, Mr. Bond, you need to tell me what it is because I sure don't know. And then we shot down below the equator. I went through a shellback initiation down there, and that's a whole different video on YouTube in Kenya. That's what we did is come back up and through the Suez Canal. Now, when we spit out on the Mediterranean side of Suez Canal, that's when the USS Stark got missed by Iran. Iran saying that they were shooting for an airliner or something like that, or an unauthorized jet, and actually the missile went into the Stark. And that was a pretty big incident. We sat out there just going in circles for a while up here. And then we shot off to Spain. There's actually two ports in Spain we hit. I'll go through that. Then we went over to two ports over in France. And then came out and shot straight over to Norfolk. So that's the World Cruise in a nutshell. And so what I'm going to do is close this now and go into the first port. This is a young lady that I met. I was still single at the time. Over there, there is a note on the back of this letter. Please remember me, and it has her name and address and all that. I never mailed her. I just enjoyed her while I was over there. Just real good friends as we were there. So that's it for the Philippines. I didn't take very many pictures that time. I think I took some other pictures because I've been there a number of times. So there'll be some other pictures, I'm sure of. We're going to go back and then go to number 2. I have these all numbered. So this is Karachi, Pakistan, and I have number 8 being the last one. So hopefully I don't go around. And, okay, that's myself inside of the bus with the driver. So you can see all the stuff. That's Bruce Lee right there. Okay, so they have fans, and Bruce Lee has fans in Karachi, Pakistan too. But even the ceiling is magnificent. Just how they decorate everything is really, really unique. The stuff hanging from the mirrors and stuff, they're just really awesome. That's the outside of the bus, and every bus is different. I'm actually purchasing something here, and the problem was it's a heck of a boat ride to and from, coming from the ship that's parked offshore, anchored offshore, and then it's some kind of a whaleboat or open boat got a lot of salt sprays on. So this actually shielded me, but that's all hand done. I have not a clue where this is. I don't know where, if it got lost in the military move or something like that. I know we had it for a long time, but I have no idea where that went. I don't know where any of this stuff went. I remember this guy, but wow, I just don't remember that. This is what cruise books are. Cruise boxes are. Sort of lockers. I don't even know what it says on this. It's stop. I don't know what that means. That's where we hang our float coats and stuff, and some test equipment in the background. And you know, old-fashioned. Hey, we got chairs out there too. Yeah, and some anti-shake cases and stuff up there. What you don't see is a bunch of strings, and we should have this all tied down. They're probably somehow tied down in there. I'm inside a hotel here. We could not eat the food in the hotel, but you can drink the beer, and I don't know what that is with a red label like that. And then that's one of the hotels. That might be where I stayed, actually. It's the way you get around town. There's a horse there with a buggy. Cars all over the place. They have those three-wheel things that you see. Little tiny things. And I think I have a picture of a three-wheel. Okay, that's the last one. I went around. Didn't want to do that. Okay, let's close that. Let's go back. And crossing the line. My shellback initiation, I have a whole different video on it. These are my certifications for the... you know, they make it where whereas and all that good stuff. You can pause it and read it if you want. And that's my other one. This is a polywog. This is what we have for supposedly a meal. Believe me, it wasn't this good. Okay, so it was not this good. The meal that we had as wogs. All right, and then this is that menu for the shellbacks, and you can get a kick out of that. All right, so let's go back out of this, and we're going to go into Mombasa, Africa. Number 7 is the last one, the guy with the snake. All right, so that's a picture from shore back, and it's raining out there. That's a pool that we hung out at. I think we stayed at a hotel in there too. And right over the walls, these guys are here. I think they're trying to buy stuff from us or sell us things. I'm not sure. That's what it looks like out in town. Okay, Power and Lighting Company. There traffic. Don't know what side of the road they're actually driving on. It looks like they're both on the same side of the road. And there's the first of the snake. And there's the snake. Oh, it's not it's a lizard of some sort. So let's get out of here and go into the Suez Canal. This is number 6 is the last one, so I'll keep an eye on that thing. This is a kind of unique thing going through this. Buildings on we're heading this way, going down. The buildings on the right, and there's a tank on the other side. So there's tanks all along the right-hand side, and there are buildings on that side. So I don't know if there's leftover from the war or something like that. I think I'm going through it again. Anyway, don't know what the story with that is. But it was interesting because when we spit out on the other side, the start got hit, and we just sat there spinning around, wondering if we were going to go back through and retaliate. Gratefully, we did. This is Spain, the first one, and some really cool architecture on the buildings. This is inside the museums, and I'm going to probably pop in and out of the museum pictures because I don't think I put them in any kind of order. That's the ceiling. I am moving a little quick because there is a lot of pictures. And there's some really cool artwork. And I don't know what the last one is. It's a nice big park. Oh, the one thing I remember, Spain. Spain had a lot of sand. and common areas for underground for showers and stuff like that. I mean, men and women shared the same area. So France, though, had all, this was all rocks, all the pebbles, like gravel. All right, this is definitely Spain because I made this to where you couldn't see a whole lot because women didn't bathe with tops on. So I picked the ones that had the fuzziness because this is supposed to be children friendly. And I don't think you see a whole lot of this parasailing. A lot of events down there. And these things aren't even numbered right, so hopefully I'm not going to run over. There I am with a friend. Can't remember his name. Frozen cocktails. And I'll tell you what, you drink those pretty quick. I go back to water because I was feeling kind of lightheaded. All right, there's our little buddy, the donkey with real color. Just see him again. Street. And that's on the Liberty boat. Taking a picture of that ship over there. And there he is again. All-purpose decorated just like the buses, you know. Okay, and that's my buddy right there. I'm around someplace. Probably taking the picture. There's our frozen rivers again. I think we're starting to get around to the front. Yep, there's a... Okay, so that was. Alright, let's go to... this is Palma, Spain. That was Mallorca, Spain. This is Palma, Spain. Alright, I did put last on the last one, so... I'm parasailing again. And duty-free shops. They're all over the place. All it means is tax-free. Some scenery shots. I have two of the same picture, looks like. I had a whole bunch of pictures I sustained on the picture before I scanned it. And they do like to drink their alcohol. This is all outdoor area. We took a train and I went through the mountains. I had a ton of these pictures. I'm glad I cropped them out because too many of these. There's another museum. Looks almost like the same thing. There's my buddies. I'm right there. Probably us two are probably the only two not tormenting the ladies. I don't know what's wrong with me, but whatever. These two are actually from England, and don't know if they were out for us or if we were out for them. I have no idea. But they were a lot of fun. We were with them for quite some time. And some more pictures of shoreline. Pay attention, it might be the last. Nice harbor, I like that, with the overcast in the back. And check this out, Wimpies. Alcohol. Yeah, they have Wimpies back in the United States, but there's no alcohol. All right, and some more pictures, some more scenery, and there's the train. I know which one's the last one too. There's the other side of the train, and the girls. We're trying to actually get into the girls' side of the train, and that's the last one. Okay, Cannes, France. Okay, you're going to see a whole different venue here, I think. There's one big beer, a liter of beer. That's a lot of, and it's warm too. It was Heineken warm beer. It wasn't cold at all. A couple more. And these are actually French ladies. There's a wooden ship. I don't know which one's going to be. Yep, this is the last one. Alright, some scenery. And now, I think I have a beach in the Nice, France. Don't know if I have beaches in here, but boy, I did not like the beaches. That's a postcard I took a picture of. I figured if I couldn't take any pictures because it started raining, I'd just get a postcard. Just looking through the pictures. That's where all the you could tell not too many people down there. Probably they don't like all the gravel, and you couldn't play any music. You couldn't really. You had to be quiet. I couldn't believe we couldn't even play a radio or anything. It's a nice scenery, and that's back to that. All right, and I think the last one. Oh, that's it. That's all of it. So then again, that's the cruise in a nutshell. Left out through the Rock of Gibraltar and shot straight over to Norfolk and pulled in. So not that thrilling as far as sound or anything like with Grenada, but hope you guys liked it, and hey, look for some more. This is the first world cruise that I actually did. A lot more ports. And it's going to rank up the number of new countries I visited too. But in the future, hey, Tasmania, Australia, I've been to a lot of places, so there's a lot more coming up. We got southern Korea. We got a bunch of areas in here too. All right, up in the Persian Gulf, we have United Arab Emirates that I went to also. We couldn't pull in any place else. All right, so hey, check out my other ones and share with a friend. Bye.